Hey everybody and welcome. This is Chuck Boulais and that's me in the picture in the center of your screen right there. Today I'm doing a video review on an upcoming product called Social Commission App by Bill McRea and Mike Williams, and I'm going to be speaking kind of quickly here because I have a lot to say about Social Commission App, and this video may already go a little longer than I want, so please bear with me because there's a lot of good information in here and I really want to make sure I get it all out to you. Before we go any further, I want you to know that I'm not trying to sell you Social Commission App by Bill McRea and Mike Williams, so you will not find an advertising link to the product down below in my YouTube video description. So guess what? You can put your money away right now. Now, for those of you who've never seen one of my videos before, as I said, my name is Chuck Boulais, and I was out in the brick and mortar world of business for well over 20 years, and when I left that career, I did so to start my own business on the greatest landscape the world has ever known as far as entrepreneurship is concerned, the World Wide Web. I think the internet is the greatest place for anybody to start a business today, but when I did that, I banged my head against the wall for well over a year, just trying to figure out the basics of online marketing, how to make money online, and where me and my personal talents and my skill set just might be a good fit. During that time, I spent an embarrassing amount of money, tens of thousands of dollars from my own savings and retirement accounts, just trying to break into making money online. Not to mention the amount of time I spent studying and studying every product that I bought. I ended up buying almost every kind of internet program, one-on-one coaching plan, and different online product launch that you can possibly imagine. And each and every one of them told me that I'd make thousands of dollars a month, and most of those products and programs almost always promised that I'd do so with very little effort on my part, maybe even with only one or two clicks of the computer mouse, or maybe even totally on autopilot. So what I want you to know is that I am not an online guru. I'm not a member of any inner circle. I am a normal, everyday guy who's made mostly good decisions, but in all honesty, I've made my share of bad ones too. But after some bumps and bruises, my online business has finally taken off, and I've been having some really great results. Now, let me tell you that most of that success has come since I made a conscious decision to help people online as much as I can, and since I started doing these videos. And once I decided that even if I can keep just one person a day from making just one of the same mistakes I made, I think it'll all be worth it. Success will be mine, and that's because I truly believe that success comes to those who help others and who love what they do. During all of that unbelievably long and expensive and somewhat painful personal research that I had to do, the most important thing I found out is that when you're looking into buying any type of product or program that's being offered for sale to you online, it's a business decision. So you're going to want to utilize your business wisdom and your business acumen, or else you're going to end up just being another victim, and you're going to lose a lot of valuable time and money, and I don't think any of us can afford to waste one single bit of either one of those valuable resources. If you can always remember to utilize that business wisdom and that business acumen of yours, and always keep in mind that just about 90% of program launches online are either really bad fits for people and their particular personal talents and skill sets, some of them underdeliver on their promises, others are just repackaged old products, and you know what? Still others maybe even are just out and out scams. But if you can always remember that, you can save yourself a lot of time, money, and aggravation. Now, I'm not saying that Social Commission App is a scam or a bad fit for anyone, not in the least. But I do want you to know a little bit about what you're getting into right up front so you can make an informed decision and you don't end up throwing money away at yet another product that leads you down a long dark road that just doesn't work out for you, and you find yourself at yet another dead end, all that much more broke and losing all of that precious time. So, what is Social Commission App? Well, Social Commission App is the latest make money online product by Bill McRae and Mike Williams, two very well-known figures in the online make money from home product launch arena. Their previous products include massive passive profits and Above the Matrix, and they come out with a new money-making product 3 or 4 times a year, every 3 or 4 months or so. I did a lot of research for Social Commission App, and I can tell you that it's a program that will supposedly teach you how to make money using social networking sites like Facebook and Twitter and the like. And they might include some software with it that in all likelihood they will claim will make you thousands of dollars doing something that you can just as easily do on your own. But that's just about all I found, and in all honesty, if I can't find any concrete information on exactly what an online product launch is supposed to be or how it's supposed to work, only a lot of fake review sites and must-buy blog entries like I found, if it takes me more than 3 or 4 Google searches to find out anything about the workings of a product, that's a big red flag to me that that product probably isn't anything I want to get involved with. If nobody else has told you this yet, then it's about time someone did. So let me be the bad guy. There is simply no way to make any significant and consistent amount of money online, offline, or anywhere else for that matter, with any point-and-click system or any social networking app. And if anyone tells you there is, then they're just feeding you a load of bunk. Making money online is no different than starting any other kind of business. It requires hard work, diligence, and consistency. That doesn't mean anyone can't do it because, like I said before, I think the internet is the best place for anyone to start a business today. But there simply is no such thing as a business in a box. I wish I could tell you that just because you invest $39 or $67 or a couple of hundred or even a couple of thousands of dollars in a product or a program that's being offered for sale to you online, I wish I could tell you that the next day boatloads of cash are simply going to fall into your lap. But I think you know as well as I do that simply isn't true. So there, someone has finally said it out loud. So I'm just going to cut to the chase here and tell you a little bit about what to be wary of when you go to buy Social Commission app. First off, big warning here, be prepared for upsells coming. An upsell, or OTO, which stands for one-time offer, is when you accept that initial offer to you to buy a product like Social Commission app, and you've got your credit card out and all warmed up, and you've actually already resigned yourself to the fact that you need to invest in what sounds like yet another terrific sounding business opportunity, and you fill in your credit card information and your personal information, and when you go to click on that Buy Now button, you're immediately hit with an additional offer, and then you're presented with another after that, and then maybe you're presented with even another after that, and so on, until the total cost for the product you're looking at will be much more than it was originally advertised for. In Social Commission app's case, it could be hundreds of dollars more. And the truth is, you really do have to buy these additional offers, these upsells that you're going to inevitably see whenever you go to buy any online product like Social Commission app. You need to buy these upsells in order for the product to work as well as you need it to work in the highly competitive online marketplace. Now, just keep in mind that these additional offers, these upsells are there because developers don't think you'll buy their product right up front if they tell you the full price right away, no matter how good the product is or how confident they are in it. They know that you really need help in learning how to make money online. You need that help badly enough that you're actually willing to pay a lot of money for it. You're ready to buy, and they don't even tell you the actual full price of the product right away. What they do is they warm you up by advertising a very basic piece of the product first with that lower initial offering price, which psychologically puts you right into that sweet spot of a buying mode, and then they come back at you over and over until by the end of the whole lengthy and annoying transaction, your head is kind of spinning, you have no idea all that you just bought, and you're not really sure why you didn't get it all from the beginning anyway. All you know is you've got this bad feeling in the pit of your stomach, you've just spent hundreds of dollars that you may not have, and you've got a learning curve ahead of you that just seems completely overwhelming. I also want to tell you about one other thing that I always try to warn people about. It's a little semi-secret thing that online product developers don't want you to know about, and you should always try this whenever you evaluate any of these products or systems that are being offered for sale to you online. Social Commission app may have what they call downsells. So if you click off that initial offer, and all of those upsells that may come your way a little later in the purchase process, those one-time only offers that come later, go ahead and try to click off and you may be immediately offered a lower price. And if you go ahead and do it again, they may show you an even lower price. And these lower costs are actually the real costs of products like Social Commission app. I wanted to make sure to mention the practice here because I wanted those of you who weren't aware of how prevalent downselling is to know how to take advantage of it. And don't worry, even though they may say those later offers are one-time only offers and that they'll never be available after you see that particular page, don't believe them because you can always buy the upsell later once you get into the basic Social Commission app program. If you've ever seen one of my videos before, you've heard me talk about downselling before. This technique of reducing the product price if you start to walk away. I really don't like this, but it's something we all have to prepare for on every single one of these new online product launches. Something we always have to be looking out for so we don't waste money. I think it's misleading and it's unfair and a general pain in the arse. And again, in a perfect world, the developers would just tell you the price of their product right up front. And it really makes me feel bad for the person who doesn't know just how common a practice downselling is and can't prepare themselves for it and take advantage of the practice. Just think of all the money they waste. So if Social Commission app ends up being out of your price range, or you know that you just don't have the time to go through it and you need to start making money faster, or you're sick and tired of all the upselling and downselling and sideways selling and what have you, or if you're just flat out not interested anymore, please don't be discouraged and don't be completely cynical because there are many other and far less expensive and time-efficient ways to learn how to make money from home on the internet, even in your part-time and for free. After wandering around and buying just about every program and product that was being offered out there, like Social Commission app, I finally found something that worked and finally allowed me to say enough to spending money on any more of any kind of these online product launches, those emails coming through my inbox about the latest, greatest, never before taught make money from home angles, or any more of those make money quick and easy schemes. Thank heaven. After spending all those thousands of dollars of my hard-earned money, I finally found a program called Instant Payday Network. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to ask you to give me any money, and that's a promise. So don't go away, and please put your money away. You don't need it. And here's the real big surprise. I don't want it. What I'm going to tell you about is 100% free. And right about now, you're probably saying, come on, Chuck, now you're just trying to sell me into your program like everybody else does. And I'm going to tell you that no, I'm not selling you anything. I am trying to tell you about this phenomenal opportunity, but I'm not selling you anything because what I want to tell you about costs $0 Instant Payday Network is free. Unlike the other programs out there, like Social Commission app, this program is free. It's not $37, it's not $97, it's not $197, it's not even a dollar. So I'm not selling you anything. Now, what happens with Instant Payday is very simple. You get paid $58 whenever anyone comes into Instant Payday and completes the free program. The system was created by a guy by the name of Jeff Buchanan, and you can see his picture right there. He's an ordinary guy. I've met him and I know him, and he is a really good guy, and he's very, very smart. Jeff's system, the way he set it up, he actually has no buy-in fees or upfront costs whatsoever. There's zero website fees, zero maintenance fees, and there are no hidden fees later on. There are no upsells after you get in. Once you're in, it's still free. You don't have to learn how to set up a website, how to blog, how to do SEO. You don't need to know how to do any of that stuff, folks. It's really that simple. Now, I do want to put your mind at rest about a few things. Instant Payday is not an MLM. So those of you that have been burned by the multi-level marketing business model, rest easy that Instant Payday is not an MLM. You don't have to bug your friends and family like you would say with Amway or Nutrisystem or Avon or all those other companies that we're also inundated and pressured to sell for. There's no cold calling. You never have to pick up a telephone and call some unsuspecting stranger that you never met off a list that maybe you had to buy, and you certainly don't ever have to go out and see anyone face to face. Ever. And there's no product or inventory to ship. So, what do you get with the Instant Payday Network, ladies and gentlemen? Well, you get a free, complete, turnkey marketing system. And that marketing system includes your choice of not one, but 3 complete free capture pages. And each one of those capture pages has a tested 35 to 50% conversion rate, with no website hosting fees either. You get a free automated sales funnel, including a product and product niche, so that all of your referrals and all of your leads are funneled directly to you. No one else gets them, and no one else sees them. You get a free email autoresponder, and you get all of the free training you need to start making money right now. And oh yeah, did I mention that it's 100% free to get started? Now, I do want to go back and talk a minute about this capture page, the one with the tested 35 to 50% conversion rate. If you had to purchase this tested capture page somewhere else, it's going to cost you at least $25 to $30 a month just in website hosting fees. And if you wanted to have one designed, built, and tested for you by a professional so that it was as effective as the one Jeff gives us for free, that'd be about $200 a year. The email autoresponder, if you had to purchase that on your own, that by itself would cost you as much as $50 a month if you went with a company like Aweber or Constant Contact or any one of the hundreds of companies out there that you'd have to spend all that time researching in order to evaluate which one was best for you, not to mention how long it would take you to learn to set it up and make it run as effectively and efficiently as this one. But Jeff's already done all that, and he provides it to you for free. He's written all of the product introductory emails, all of the follow-up marketing emails, and he's put them in that autoresponder so that they're all sent out automatically at the appropriate intervals. You don't even have to write an email with the Instant Payday system. Jeff does tons of video, audio, and written training here himself, and that training is excellent. It's second to none. He'll take you from the ground up and teach you the basics to the advanced techniques of online marketing and the best and fastest ways to capitalize with this system. And he's not going to charge a dime for any of that either. In addition, you're going to get personal access to me. I'm going to help you with your training and coach you, and I'll support you personally, and that's because I really want to build a great team and help my people out. Once you sign up and qualify for the Instant Payday Network system, I give you my phone number and my personal email address, so you're not just left out there twisting in the wind and having to fend totally for yourself. And I can assure you that I'm not going to charge you anything, and I'm always available within just a few hours if you're contacting me. Why am I always available? Because I love what I do. I love Instant Payday Network, and I'm grateful for what it's done for me. This is a free system that you can do at home, folks. You can even do this in your part-time if you'd like. I'm personally making over $5,000 a month with Instant Payday after just a few short months in the program, and I personally know people making $10,000 to $20,000 a month with Instant Payday. Now, remember, the reason why Instant Payday Network stands alone from the other programs out there, like Social Commission app, is because it costs nothing to join. Zip. Nada, zilch, and you make $25 to $58 for each person that signs up for free offers. The other great thing about Instant Payday Network is that you're paid your money from multi-million dollar corporations. This is all part of their huge advertising budgets that they've allocated and set money aside for just this kind of advertising, and that means you don't have to rely on the average internet product developer dude to put his hand into his pocket and give you money whenever he remembers or thinks about it. And this type of compensation system means that you get paid daily with the Instant Payday Network system. I get paid every day with Instant Payday. So the question I guess I have for you at this point is, should you spend more money for a product like Social Commission app or any other online product for that matter when you could actually do Instant Payday for free? Sometimes making money can be simple. I don't think we have to overanalyze this one too much. If you know of another program online that's free to get started, a program that has the potential to make you as much as $10,000 to $20,000 a month, I would encourage you to go for it and embrace it, my friend. On the other hand, if you can't find a program like that online, you just found one. You don't need to pull out your wallet and spend your money on yet another expensive program with untested, untried, or unsure promises. You have an opportunity right here to get started finally making some real money online. You can start making money within 24 to 48 hours, and all you have to do is click the link right below my video. Right below this video, there's a link on the left-hand side in the video description. You won't be disappointed. So go ahead and click one of the links there right below this video. As a matter of fact, I've put 2 or 3 links down there right below the like symbol, that thumbs up symbol YouTube gives you. You want to look for the link that says dignityrestore.com because that's what I want you to do. I want you to restore your dignity and start making money online the way you deserve. Get into and work the Instant Payday program. You won't regret it, I promise. So go ahead and click the link. Give yourself a break. Click the link below, which will take you to a brief video done by Jeff Buchanan, and when you're done with that, I'll see you on the other side.